Hi, my beauties. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to another episode of What's the Hype. This is a series that I launched recently on my channel where I'm going to be reviewing products and telling you whether they are actually worth the hype or not. So let me know in the comment section if there's any makeup, skincare, hair care, or even body care product that you want me to review in this series. For today's review, I have the Lakme Vitamin C range. I have all the three products here that I'm going to be reviewing for you. There's a vitamin C serum, there's a day cream, and also a night cream. So without further ado, let's dive right into this video. But before you do that, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you've also hit the notification bell. Do also follow me on my Instagram account. And now what are we waiting for? Let's dive right into it. Before diving into a detailed review of all three products, you guys know that I don't mind calling a spade, so here it comes. I was disappointed with this range, so much so that all of these products came to me in PR for a paid collaboration and I had to turn down yet another collaboration. I don't know how many will I have to turn down, but anything for bringing the best of the best only on this platform. Now the sequence that I'm going to be following for the review in this video is, first I'm going to be reviewing the facial serum, then we are going to go to the day cream, and then the night cream. The first product is the Lakme 9 to 5 Vitamin C Serum. Now first let's talk about the packaging. You get a pretty decent glass packaging here. Like you can see, this product has been used till here. You have a pretty good dropper here as well, which is pretty decent for a drugstore product, and you have the product right here, which is quite viscous in nature as well. Now let me show you the consistency, which is actually pretty lightweight for this serum. I would definitely give it to the product that it spreads out fairly easily and it gets absorbed in the skin easily as well, and basically it does not sit on top of the skin. Now let's dive in and talk about the ingredients. The first thing that you get overwhelmed with when you open the product is the very citrusy fragrance. That is simply because of the fragrance that's added in here and a couple of other things which I'm going to be talking about. So I have my notes in front of me that I'm going to be referring to. The second ingredient is ethyl ascorbic acid, which is a great form of vitamin C. We have propanediol, which is a humectant and also a solvent. We have pentylene glycol, which is a moisturizing agent on the skin. Again, a humectant and a solvent. We have lecithin, which is a water binding ingredient and also an emollient. Then we have vitamin E acetate. Then we have fragrance. We have glycerine. We have limonene, linalool, geraniol, citral, so on and so forth, which give it that pungent fragrance. I also have one point to highlight here, which was very disappointing in the entire range, is the amount of the percentage of vitamin C in these products. So the serum has only 2% vitamin C. I feel for a range that actually is marketed as a vitamin C range, the vitamin C percentage should have been higher in my opinion. Now, in this particular product, like I said, it's 2%, and I had to reach out to the brand to find that out. The other thing I would like to say here is that the ingredient list is not mentioned on the back of the packaging, which should have been the case. It was not mentioned on the PR package either. Now, I don't know whether it's actually mentioned on the actual package when you buy it from the market from an online store, because I obviously haven't bought it. This came to me in PR. So much so that I went to the website and I couldn't find ingredients. What I feel is that ingredients is something of any skincare product that should be very easily available to the consumer, because you need to know what you're putting on your skin. That's another scope of improvement for the brand. Couple of other things, scope of improvement in my mind. Number one, I would like the brand to get rid of the fragrance, the strong fragrance. I've said this time and again, and I would say it again, I don't mind very mild fragrances because it doesn't hurt me on my skin. But if you're a sensitive skin condition, I would say stay away from fragrance, or at least this strong of fragrance, because it's likely to give sensitivity on your skin. I did not see any results in the span of time that I used it. Having said that, I would like to give the product the benefit of the doubt. Had I used it for 3 to 4 weeks, I may or may not have seen results. And the most important scope of improvement for this serum is, I think, and in my opinion, the brand needs to up the vitamin C percentage in this product. Ethyl ascorbic acid, in my opinion, is a good form of vitamin C. However, 2% even for beginners is way too less. I would like to see at least 5% vitamin C in this serum. Now let's move on to the day cream, and that's how the packaging looks like. I think it's a pretty decent packaging for a drugstore product, and also for the price you pay here. Now moving on to the actual product, which I've taken at the back of my hand, which is fairly lightweight. I don't know if the color is picking up on the screen or not, but this has a pinkish sort of a color to it. Talking about the texture itself, it's a pretty lightweight cream and I have no complaints with the texture. It spreads out easily, it's a lightweight cream, it doesn't sit on top of the skin, it's not heavy in any way or sticky in any way, which is definitely a good thing about the cream. Now moving on to the ingredient list, before moving on to the vitamin C percentage, I want to read out some of the other ingredients. The first ingredient, or the first few important ingredients that we have here, citrulyl alcohol. Now I want to make sure that you guys understand the difference between denatured alcohol and fatty alcohol. Fatty alcohol is not bad for the skin. Citrulyl alcohol is an emollient basically, and it basically is also a viscosity controlling ingredient, which is great. Some of the other ingredients that I have listed in front of me, we have isopropyl mycerate, which is an emollient but perfuming in nature. We have shea butter, which gives that beautiful gliding texture and also moisturizing for the skin. We also have caprylic triglyceride, which is also an emollient, great ingredient. We have betaine, again a good ingredient, it's a humectant. We have a pretty okay preservative system in here. Then comes the amount of vitamin C that we have in the day cream, which is the form of vitamin C used is ethyl ascorbic acid. Again here, the day cream has 1% vitamin C, so I feel anything that's marketed as a vitamin C product, 1% vitamin C is way too less. Again, something I'm not too comfortable with is the list of fragrance that we have here. We have way bit too much fragrance added in here. Again, the same list, we have limonene, linalool, we have geraniol, citral, etc. A scope for improvement in this product would also be to get rid of the fragrance or have very mild one at that, because it is strong to use on the skin. It's not as strong as the serum, but honestly something I couldn't use for a very long period of time as well. Also, I would like to see more amount of vitamin C if this is actually being marketed as a vitamin C cream. Then moving on to the last product in this range is the night cream. The packaging is the same, nothing additional to talk about the packaging. So I'm going to move on to the texture itself. It's again a good and a lightweight cream, a little bit thicker than the day cream, gets absorbed in the skin easily. So I would say the textures of the cream, both of the creams are nice and can be used by anyone from normal to combination skin. And if you're oily but not too oily on your T-zone, you can still use these creams because they are lightweight and they get absorbed in the skin. Again, we have fragrance here. The ingredient list is pretty much same, like I said, as we have in the day cream. So I'm not going to go into too much depth of the ingredient list because it's more or less the same. However, I would say the percentage of vitamin C is way too low here as well. The night cream has 0.5% vitamin C, which in my opinion is way too less. What I'm trying to say here is, and this goes for the entire range, all three products, that if I'm paying for vitamin C, I'm not getting that. So I need to get what I'm paying for. All in all, I feel in the current situation, I cannot recommend these products to you, and I definitely don't think they are worth the hype. However, if these products are actually reformulated with the suggestions and areas of improvement that I've given, I'm happy to re-review these products and try them again. If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also hit the notification bell. And until I see you next, guys, thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Bye-bye.